I slammed the truck door so hard the ranch fence rattled, my boots still caked in Afghan sand, when that shrill voice pierced the air like a bad country ballad. "You're trespassing on HOA property, mister. Get off my lawn, or I'll call the sheriff." Karen Hargrove, Queen Bee of Willow Creek Estates, marched toward me in her Lululemon armor, phone already dialing 911 like I just robbed Fort Knox. Little did she know, I just spent 6 months dodging IEDs in a black site op, and her petty empire was about to get napalmed. I bought this spread 5 years back, right on the edge of suburbia where the manicured lawns of the HOA bled into my wild acres of sagebrush and cattle trails. Back then, it was my slice of freedom after 20 years in the Corps, room to breathe, grill steaks under the stars, and forget the ghosts of Fallujah. The neighbors tolerated me at first, the quiet vet who waved from his porch with a cold shiner in hand. But Karen? She saw my untrimmed oaks and no soliciting sign as personal affronts to her vision of cookie-cutter perfection. Fine started small. $50 for overgrown weeds, $200 for a non-compliant mailbox. I paid him, chuckling over whiskey with my old squad on video calls. Classic Karen, we'd say, but deployment changed everything. While I was humping rucks through the Hindu Kush, she'd rallied the board, pushed through a community enhancement vote that redrew property lines, swallowing a chunk of my back 40 into their sacred cul-de-sac. I dropped my duffel in the dirt, the weight of classified briefings still heavy on my shoulders, and stared her down. "Karen, this is my land. Been mine since before your Prius was a gleam in Elon Musk's eye." Her eyes narrowed, that fake tan glow turning volcanic. "Not anymore. The vote passed unanimous. Your ranch is an eyesore, a hazard to property values. We own it now, fair and square." Unanimous? I'd seen the emails from my lawyer while stateside on R&R. She'd forged proxies, bullied the elderly couple next door into signing over, even spread rumors I was unstable PTSD guy to sway the holdouts. Controversy erupted in the group chat I'd muted months ago. Neighbors split, accusations flying like buckshot. One guy, Tom the accountant, called her out. "This is elder abuse, Karen." But she doxed him on Nextdoor, painting him as a selfish hoarder. Backlash brewed, whispers of lawsuits, but she doubled down, her Facebook rants going viral in our zip code. Protecting our American dream from riffraff. The argument escalated faster than a bar fight at a Toby Keith concert. She jabbed her manicured nail at my chest, screeching about covenant violations and endangering children with my wild animal pens. I laughed, a deep, exhausted bark that echoed off the barn, because after staring down Taliban snipers, her hysteria was almost endearing. "Lady, I just cleared a village of hostiles. You think a zoning dispute scares me?" That's when the outrage hit fever pitch. She live-streamed it, her feed exploding with blue-check HOA warriors cheering her on. "Stand your ground, sis. These vets think rules don't apply." Comments poured in, patriotic flags, fist emojis, but cracks showed. A viral clip of her tantrum hit local news, framing it as suburban standoff, and suddenly the tide turned. My buddy Jax, a JAG lawyer, leaked the forged docs to a podcaster buddy. By sundown, HOA Karen was trending in Texas, with memes of her face on a wanted for property theft poster. I didn't seek revenge at first, too bone-tired, craving nothing but a shower in my lab mix's sloppy kisses. But as the sun dipped behind the Sierras, casting long shadows over her pristine azaleas, I saw the chink in her armor. The board meeting was that night, Zoom link still in my inbox. I logged in late, camera off, voice modulator from my op, Kit twisting my words into gravelly anonymity. "Point of order," I growled. "Exhibit A, forged signatures. B, extortion via doxing." Gasps rippled through the pixels. Karen's face blanched, her unmute button frozen. Evidence dropped like bunker busters, scans, timestamps, witness affidavits from the holdouts she'd terrorized. The chat imploded. "Resign now. This is criminal." Her empire crumbled in real time, the board voting her out 7-2, her screams of fake news drowned in mute buttons. By morning, The sheriff's cruiser idled in her driveway. Not mine. Federal mail fraud charges loomed, her community enhancements unraveling like cheap Christmas lights. I watched from my porch, coffee steaming in the chill dawn, as she loaded boxes into a U-Haul, mascara streaked and defeated. No gloating, just a quiet nod to the horizon. Freedom's a fickle bitch in America. Win some, lose some. But damn, it felt good to come home to my ranch, unbroken, under a sky wide as justice.